I almost knocked that over. Hi there. Okay, let me fix this. Right in your face. Don't mind me. Oh no. Oh, actually, that kind of looks cool. Wow, can I stream that whole time like this? Really? It's kind of old-fashioned. What do you think? Kind of like it. mm. Wow. I like all these different effects. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing with all the colors. That's enough of that. Hi, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. So yes, I'm dolled up today. Done up pretty much every day of my life, but you guys know I do like to be expressive. But festival season is coming up, and you know what that means. It's artist time to shine. So that's why I'm all dolled up, because I have so much that I'm getting ready for um, these festivals and so on and so forth. Because in the summertime, I also do like yard sales, sell my paintings, things like that. So, what's up, turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dame. Welcome back to my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here. And I think that we might have been right about Tucker Carlson. And I was like, booyah, I knew it. I called it. I said it. And this is the piece that we've been working on. Thank you. You rock. That we've been working on lately. And you guys have pretty much seen this one and another from like start to finish. So please hit the like. It's free. I appreciate you so much for joining me. And if you guys think that like you would like to see more cosplays and more of the dolled up Daisy, just let me know, because I would love to do that. And I have to do it anyways for like the festivals and the TikToks and all this stuff. So it's like, it's kind of a win-win, I suppose. So yeah, just let me know what you think about that. I hope you're doing well. Here are some paintings. I'm going to show you just a couple right quick. But yeah, so yeah, my friend was like, listen, you have all these things anyways, like why not? And I'm like, true, facts, like straight up. And I really do love cosplay. I love doing the dolling up, and I love just the whole art of it. I love making the costumes. And I know people are like, oh my gosh, that's so nerdy. I don't care. I've always been a nerdy person. It's okay. Hey, we look kind of like twins. Hey, girl. JK. She's fluffy. All right, couple more. Thank you again for joining me. But like I said, I do think I might be right about Tucker Carlson. I do think that we might have been right, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there's also nothing wrong with having different points of view. You know why? Because this is a deprogramming session. It's not a programming session. This is a television program. And we're also going to talk about the cryptic message that was put out by Tucker Carlson. I love this one. Look at this one. It's Octane from Apex Legends. It's my boy. He's so sweet. Okay, so Tucker Carlson. Let's get more into that, because there's a lot going on with this, you guys. And I said so. I said there's no way. There's no way. There's no way he's just going to leave and have nothing planned or sorted out, because he's been around. He's been around for a while, you guys. He's been in the game for a long time, right? They're not just going to disappear. And when I said that he may seem divisive, I didn't mean that I believe that. I meant that others perceive him as divisive. So I wanted to clear that up as well, because I didn't want there to be any confusion. And you guys know, if I misspeak or whatever it may be, I always try and correct myself, because I'm not trying to be out here, sounding any kind of way that is not authentic to myself. So, by the way, if you didn't know, let me tell you real quick. I'm on Twitch, Damn Daisy Plays. I played on the PS5 today. It was awesome. What else? TikTok, we're at 16.6K, I believe. Let's go. We're growing at Mod Maggie Art. You can check me out on Instagram, Dame Bonbon Daisy Art. That's where the art is. Or Dame Bonbon Daisy. That's where I am. I'm also on Facebook, unfortunately, because of the Oculus. But yeah, I'm on there, Dave Bob on Daisy. You can catch me there. Right now, I'm putting some glowing on this painting, because you know it's got to glow. If it doesn't glow, it's got to go, For real, though, I love the glow. So I'm adding that on top of these certain little parts to make it stick out, pop out, and just look glamorous. I love it. What do you guys think about this whole situation? I know some of you had stated that you like Tucker, and that's awesome. Totally fine, right? Totally fine. I appreciate his role that he plays. I will say this, okay? I will say this. And you know that I'm always upfront about these things. I'm always very upfront about these things. Let me see. What else? Oh, thank you to my members. You're amazing. You genuinely are the coal that makes this train roll. And you guys know that there's homemade merch, which is the tie-dyes and the paintings. You can get those off the Insta and such. So like I said, welcome to your very own deprogramming session. If you do like the cosplays, yeah, I think I'm just going to start wearing them during all my streams. And it'll be fun. We'll have a fun time. It's always a freaking party when I'm around. Okay. So I did want to discuss recent events with Tucker because it really did seem to come out of left field. It really did seem like a bit odd to just, you know, all of a sudden it was like on the news and this was happening. And everybody was like, wait, what? That's what it felt like to me, at least, right? So people were shooketh. I was like, wow. And I just think there's more to it. I just think there's more to it. There has to be, right? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, always making me want them waffles. Thank you so much. Seriously, you make me so hungry. You're amazing. Like, always take care of yourselves and your families first, you guys. But thank you so much. Like, you guys know, I never... You know, I always encourage, please do the free things first, and then you worry about your donations. Thank you, though. But how are you guys? And also, sticking with the theme of saying one kind thing about myself, towards the beginning of my streams, I appreciate how hard I've worked on this bed for the king, okay? So and if you want to join in and say one kind thing about yourself, too, you can do that down below. Or whenever you're ready to say it in the mirror to yourself, have that moment, because it's important, okay? I just wanted to check in with you first and do the how are yous, because that's important, and I don't want to skip over that. But, were we correct? I think so. I think I was correct about where this was all going to go. I think I was. So, my first instinct was, oh my goodness, something's happening. Like, there's a reason for this. There is a greater reason for this. Of course there is, right? So my first thought was Tucker Carlson is going to team up with Trump and Elon Musk, right? I told you that was my very first thought. I was like, that would be wild, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be wild? And now people were like, no, you know, not just Frank, but like others, they just said, no, Tucker doesn't like Trump. And I get that. They're both very, like, what's a better word than bombastic? I just think that I want to make it clear, I enjoy the roles that they play on the grand stage, right? I really do. I enjoy that. Like, if you were watching a show, you would want to check in with these characters. You would be like, where are they going to be at next season? What was going to happen next with these people, right? Because they're a very emotionally driven people. Like, people either really, really love them and they're with them, or they're not. They're against them and they're repulsed by them. And that's interesting. That's interesting. The human mind is so curious. Remember last time when we were talking about those mice utopias? The John B. Calhoun experiments? Well, listen to this. They use mice because their genomes are the most similar to humans. But that's not all, you guys. They also think, feel, and respond, much like humans do. So that's why we see a lot of mice being used in experiments a lot. Because they feel, they go through these... It's interesting. I just thought, you know, we talked about that last stream about how humans have behavioral syncs, right? And that's curious. Like, in the cities and everything, they start behaving like what each other, right? Anywho, bombastic personality, loud, some may say abrasive, right? And I don't want to say that I feel that way because, again, I enjoy their personality and character because it's entertaining for me. And that's selfish. I know. I'm aware. Okay? I claim it. But if I am to survive in this chaos, I must have giggles somewhere, right? We must find joy in something. I just find it all very interesting, to be honest. But listen, let's go on about it. So Tucker Carlson, he comes out with this video, And it was like a short statement, essentially, about them being released and, well, let go, well, fired, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. But here's the curious thing. Most people won't address why, essentially, the reasoning is, and the cost that Tucker Carlson cost them, right? And because of behavioral sync and the fact that we're like mice, I'm not going to talk about it either. I'm just not gonna. See what I did there? See, this is my problem. I find too much enjoyment out of my own silliness. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that this other light was on because it wasn't. That way you can see these pretty colors better. Much better. There we go. Okay, so, sorry, pardon me. I'm having too much fun. Let me get to the point for all the people that are like, oh gosh, Daisy. She has a soul. Oh. Okay. So were we correct? Is Tucker going the political route? Well, in this video, he was all like, why do people even watch the news? No one even watches the news. The news is old news. Nobody cares. Essentially, and yes, it's about time, Tucker Carlson. Yes. You know, some people do still watch the news, but it's rare. It's very rare that people are even using their cable anymore. Like, people don't watch TV unless it's like a Super Bowl is on or some type of event like the Grammys. Maybe I don't watch that crap, but some people do, and that's fine. To each their own. They're allowed to watch garbage if they choose, right? But not a lot of people watch TV anymore. So Tucker Carlson recognizes the news is not key anymore. The news is not king anymore. People don't care as much about the news. The news is a snooze for many people. They don't care. And he's correct when he's saying, why are we having these talks when in 5 years it won't matter? In 5 years' time, right? None of this will matter. High five, Tucker Carlson. Yes, sir, that's correct. In 5 years, none of that will matter because it won't even be current, right? And a lot of the things in media that we consume today is very current. It's very right now, in this moment, this is what's happening. Boom, 5 seconds or less, right? That's what we get. Like a Hadouken straight to the chest of information. Don't forget to hit the like. It's free. But that's what happens, essentially. And it's like, whoa, calm down a minute. Like, people can't even, no attention span any longer. So, I think we might be right. I think I might have been right. And I'm glad I cleared up the whole, I don't really see Tucker Carlson as divisive. I think other people view him as divisive. Oh yeah, see, here's my confession. Ready? This part's important. I have a confession to make. We are at the Daisy, what is it called? What's another word? Temple. We're at the Temple of Daisy. And I have a confession. I'm going to tell you, okay? Again, I enjoy Tucker and Trump. I really do. In terms of the grand show, the grand stage, the grand illusion, whatever it may be, I think they're interesting characters. And many people respond to them, like I said, whether it be strongly or not. And I find it interesting because I feel like Tucker Carlson could go one way or the other. He could either be like, yes, I am going on my own, like this is going to be a me thing, or he could be partnering up with somebody. But I do believe that they understand what is relevant, what is current, what people are interested in. I believe that it could be a podcast. It's possible, talking about conversations that are important, right? Or meaningful or matter or, have some weight to them. He sees that people are not wanting to hear about what essentially the 24 trauma loop cycle that we call the news. People realize that the TV and news are basically dead. And I think that even in a single live stream, some creators can pick up more than the news views like they would get, essentially. Not mine. We're not there yet, but we will be. And I believe it will be like within a month or two. Genuinely. In my heart. I believe it in my soul. Not there yet, but we will be. The people, they will know. They will know. If you build it, they will come. Okay. Tucker, I do believe he's clever. I think that he is wise. He has a personality. He's been in this for a long time. He knows the thing. He knows the whole situation, right? And he knows that it's time to adapt. I really believe that. I believe he knows that it is time to adapt now more than ever. You got to do something. Thank you again so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Boy, you look swell today. Please hit that like. To me, this message that Tucker Carlson came out with, I'm not lying, it seemed genuine to me. Like, it seemed pretty honest. It seemed very forthcoming. At least that's how it felt. And I'm sure that's how it was meant to come off, right? And again, like I said, no one brings up the issues with what's behind this, the so-called firing, and why, and the costly amount that it costs Fox, I suppose. But we're, like I said, we're not going to go too deep into that either, because behavioral sync and dad jokes. Okay, so yeah, I just find it all very curious. And if you guys didn't know, he's already getting offers, of course. Of course, it's Tucker Carlson, you guys. Oh, hi. Yes, so I decided I'm just going to try and doll up more for all the streams. Like, I do cosplay and stuff anyways. Hi world, thank you so much for being here. So I was like, let's do it. Like, let's just do it. Let's dress up. So RT, I guess, made an offer. Apparently it was making 10 million at Fox, which is like, ooh, wow. I hope to see 1 million in my lifetime. I know I will. But, you know, you're like, oh, that's going to take a minute. I wish in a year, gee golly. Oh, you're so pretty. Stop it. Oh, and OWN, I guess, also offered them a position. They were like, come here. We got you. Glenn Beck was like, yo, hello, what up? Come here. I got you. But then people were like, are you sure you want that? Like, do you want to be in someone's shadow? Tucker Carlson needs his own show. He's his own thing. You know. And what do you guys think? Do you think that Tucker will go off on his own? Do you think it'll be some type of collaborative event? Do you think that he's going to pull a Matthew McConaughey and create some weird stuff? It's time to live. Right? How curious. So curious. And timing is everything. It really is. And I'm just a curious cat. Well, now I look like a sugar skull at the moment. So yeah, like I said, also, I am just going to start incorporating more of the outfits and the dressing up into my streams, because why not? It's fun, and I enjoy it, and you guys enjoy it, so it's fun for everybody. It's a win-win all around. People were like, could this be a political run? Oh, thank you. I just actually, yep, guys, I'm so terrible at keeping the secrets. Okay, I'm going to wait, but I am trying to currently like collab and do something with the fashion, so I'll talk about that later. And because you guys know we do the tie-dyes, and I always ruin my secrets, so this time I'm going to try and shush. But yeah, let's look at a couple paintings while I tell you. So yeah, could there be a political career in the works? Could he really be like working behind the scenes with Trump, and they're going to run together, and it would be like, people would be shooketh. Because if Tucker were to say, I don't like this man, and then run with that man, like, could you guys imagine? Like, the world would be taken by storm. They really would. With these big, bodacious, yes, what a good word. Personalities, for real though. Bodacious. I haven't even heard that word in like a decade, y'all, for real. Where does this come from? So if you didn't know, all the paintings do either sparkle or glow. Like, yeah, all of them. And people are talking about it. And I'm pretty sure we were one of the first ones to be like, listen, I think it's going to go political. But there's different theories. People think it could be podcast. People think it could be podcast. It could be a YouTube channel. It could be his own thing, his own entity, right? Like his own creation, or it could be a collaborative product. I'm not sure yet. I think that a couple things can be true, and I think that they're being very clever about this moment. It's a moment of opportunity, and they obviously can tell. This cancel culture silliness, clearly it doesn't work, right? Because these people, like, even Budweiser and all that. Yeah, you might not hear them for a minute, but then they're on the up and up, and then everybody's buying it because something happened with it. They can't quite remember what happened with it, but they know people heard about it and it was all over the place. So then people just start buying it. Behavioral sink, y'all. Behavioral sink, y'all. Isn't that wild? I just find it so curious. And I'm going to look into some more experiments because I know some of you really are curious like me, where you just like hearing about this random stuff like experiments. And the John B. Calhoun one is one of my favorites. It truly is just to show mankind the direction that we're headed in and why we behave the way we do. Straight down to the mothers. You know how frustrated this makes me, like wham, 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 doing harm to their pups. Remember that part? They said the mothers would leave their pups for the big, strong, beautiful ones. Ugh, don't get me started. And then there's a whole nother one, another experiment, where people were having to zap one another. And people would go through with it because someone told them it was okay. Because someone told them it's all right, they can handle it. People would they're faking it, would be in the next room screaming in pain like that person was really shocking them to give them that mental thought that, yes, I'm hurting someone when I hit this button. And they still hit the button, even when they knew the shock went too high. It just tells you so much about the humankind and the human mind and how we behave. Very curious to me, very curious. And thank you guys again, seriously, for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I really do enjoy spending time with you all. And I really do. You have no idea. You're like my bestest friends. You're my bestest friends. Yeah, so there's all those. And then this one that I was just working on. But let me know what you think. I just think there's so many different possibilities. So my main ones, one more time, are probably that there'll be a podcast or a political route or a separate entity taken by storm, right? I feel like, imagine if they just decided to do their own thing across YouTube, just like I do, across YouTube, Instagram, all these different platforms. If you say, I'm my own business, I'm doing this on my own, like on each platform, and you're just killing it, like I just see how he could be making so much more, which is insane in the first place, right? Oh my goodness. And before I let you guys go, because I don't want to take too much of your time, you know how it goes. And the king should be here very soon. Oh my goodness. Don't forget to watch the shorts, because I've been working on the king's bed. It has been a rough couple days because of this whole experience. It was wild. We got the bed. The first bed didn't have all the parts, and then it wasn't sturdy enough, and then I had to build a whole nother bed, and I was just so tired. So check those out, because that would be super awesome. I just appreciate you guys, no matter how you choose to watch or support. It's so awesome. I could never have imagined when I started this channel that it would get to this place. Even with my TikTok, like I was just making videos about things that I found interesting or that I wasn't seeing videos on that I was curious about. And I thought, why aren't certain things talked about? Like, why don't people talk about these things? But there are people out there that are curious. They just need to find their way here, right? They just haven't found us yet. And that's okay. I do plan to put some money towards advertising now that I should be able to for like a couple months. Hopefully that'll help us grow. And I'm just going to show that I'm taking this very seriously, and I want this more than anything, to be able to be a creator on these different platforms and make it off, like be able to make a living off of that and support me and the king. And I don't expect you guys to support us. You know that, okay? I bust my booty. But if I can be monetized on each platform, that would be awesome. That would be so great. I am pretty much monetized on all platforms, I think so, except for Twitch. But I'm getting there. Twitch will get there. Okay, yeah. It's very curious, though. I think that something's going on. I don't know about Don Lemons, though. Oh, poor Don Lemons. He's getting fired, and nobody said a word. He's getting fired, and nobody gave him an offer. He's getting fired, and he threw a diva fit. Don Lemons, you just can't go around hugging on a succubus in your workplace. Like, Don Lemons, Don, Donny boy, inappropriate Don, not in the workplace. No, big no. But they get to this place in their minds and in public eye where they feel untouchable. Out in the public, they were doing these things. Don Lemons, Donny, why? I just don't get it. I don't get why people self-sabotage themselves like that. They're like, watch me ruin my whole life in like under 30 seconds. How? Why? I don't get it. Oh, Donny boy. That's sad for him, though. It really is. But they were, I think they were just... It's not just Fox that realizes something needs to change, right? Right. It's not just... It's news in general. They realize that they're losing control, and that's what it is. Let that be the overall message of this stream. The news, the networks, the media, they see that they are no longer number one, that they're no longer king, that people are no longer relying on them for the narrative, the truth. People are seeking out one another. People are seeking out YouTubers and things like this, right? And I'm not saying me, it's all me. They need to come to me for the truth. But people are going to other avenues to get their sources of information. Don't use Google. Just kidding. I'm kidding, YouTube. I'm kidding, please. It's a joke. Oh, Lordy. Demon. I'm just kidding. Alrighty, before I get too wild and start making too many jokes, I better go. That's self-control right there. Don Lemons. Maybe don't be so entitled. Maybe don't. Like, how fortunate. The insanity to be in such a position. Make me a newscaster. Throw my hat in the ring. Let me do it. I could do it. I think, do I have to go to school for this? I think I'm going to do it. Let me call up one of them news stations and say, check out my YouTube. Watch one of my live streams. I'm what you need, okay? I've got what you need. Okay, you guys, let me know what you think about Don Lemons and Tucker and, like, what's going on there. What is happening? What are they going to do? For those of you that missed the whole outfit, it's so cute. This is like, if I'm going to start doing cosplay in the streams, we're going to start, like, very simple, very, like, strawberry shortcake's cousin, pineapple, and we'll go from there. Eventually there are going to be rid of people clicking on the stream like, oh, good heavens, where did I end up, And it's like, no, it's okay. It's cool. It's just fun. And we like to talk about weird stuff. Nothing going on here. All right, guys. Do stay awake, stay aware, stay well, though. Thank you for coming to your very own deprogramming session. Let's turn the lights out. And don't forget, tell your loved ones you love them. You don't need an excuse, okay? Give them the big squeeze. Give them a hug. And if they're like, are you okay? Is something wrong? Then you know you need to hug them more. And if they're like, I love you too, then you know you're giving them the right amount of hugs, okay? Just be kind to one another. I know. Crazy times. And thank you so much, by the way, for donating. Always take care of yourselves and your families first. Thank you, members, one more time, because you are the call that makes this train roll. And I just appreciate y'all so much from the bottom of me big, chungy, wongy heart. So I'll see you wherever I see you next, okay? Bye, guys. Yeah, I know. Stay strong is right.